Hello, welcome to Fantastic Books and where to find them. Just a really quick video today. I apologise we missed one last week. I managed to half rip my toe off, so I haven't been in the best mood to be doing videos. I'm back now, my toe is reattached mainly, and I want to speak about Harry Potter again. We did do the House Pride video recently and spoke about the 20th anniversary books, but now I just want to speak about Harry Potter, what Harry Potter means to me. A lot of people have been doing this on Instagram, other booktubers and that sort of thing, and I actually want to talk about it only briefly, like I said, just a quick video today. But it's something that's really super important. I didn't start reading them, I think, until Chamber of Secrets. Maybe like that had already come out and Prisoner of Azkaban was coming out soon. I was in my first year of secondary school, which was perfect, because obviously Harry's starting his first year, and it just really helped adjust to that whole new situation that you're in. I mean, you can read Harry Potter at absolutely any age, but for me, that just, I don't think I could have read it at a more perfect time for myself, and as I'm reading them, I'm going through the years. I wasn't as quick a reader as I am now, so they probably did take me forever to read. And I do think I read the first one about 3 or 4 times before even going on to the second one. Something I probably couldn't do so much now. But it is a very well-rounded book, thinking about it. It's not like a massive cliffhanger at the end where you're thinking, oh my god, I absolutely have to read the second one. But it is a book where you can just read it over and over and over again, and the first one I think is probably my favourite book, just because it does remind me of starting secondary school alongside Harry in my vision. I believe actually, because my best friend at the time had introduced me to them, and if I remember rightly, I loved it so much and I read them like a million times, and then I wrote us our own Hogwarts letters, complete with a list of things we needed to buy and everything. Can you imagine if I had did that today? I mean, I wouldn't have to. You could buy them today, which is brilliant, and you could probably buy half the stuff on that, or at least make it. So yeah, just that sort of thing, it blows my mind that it's blown up that much that it's so open that you can go just buy a Hogwarts letter, which I still need to do actually. So yeah, for me personally, it was basically my whole school life was alongside Harry Potter. I mean, obviously there were certain points where Harry Potter wasn't the focus of my school life, especially sort of like towards the end of secondary school. That was like my rebellious phase, but then it always came back to that. I remember one of my favourite memories of Harry Potter is at my friend's sleepover, and I think this wasn't really that early in secondary school, but apparently we still had sleepovers. Maybe it was a party, I don't remember. Either way, I was up at, I want to say 5 AM, half 5, super early. It was just light in the summer, so that was fun. And we'd have been up pretty late, but I was up super early because I'd had, I'm pretty sure it was the Half-Blood Prince, and it had just come out, and I wanted so desperately to finish it. I'd had a good night, but that morning I was like, right, back to Harry Potter. And I remember sitting at my friend's kitchen table crying my eyes out. I think it was when we found out Snape wasn't a bad guy, if I remember rightly. And then a similar thing actually happened with the last book. I think the last book, I remember I turned up to work, I went to work in a pet shop, and me and the other girl turned up. This is when I knew she liked reading, because we were both late that morning because we'd both gone to, I think it was like Woolworths or something, because the bookstore at this point in our town had closed, which was so sad. But yeah, we both were late because we had gone to Woolworths to pick up our copies of the Deathly Hallows. And we're not really meant to read on the till or on the shop floor unless it's a break. But we're like, looked at each other and we knew. As soon as we realised we'd both gone and got the book, we're like, well, we're not getting any work done today. And I don't think it was actually that busy in the end, to be fair. And we did get a nice bit read, and we're sort of reading at a very similar pace, which was nice. We're like, oh, have you got to this bit yet? Have you got to this bit yet? And it was just amazing to connect like that. And yeah, you do have that with some books now. I don't think it's on the same level. Like Aqua came out recently, and a lot of people, we were discussing backwards and forwards about it, but I just don't think it's the same as Harry Potter. Even, and I'm probably going to get like completely flagged for this, but Cursed Child. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea and it just seems like a weird fan fiction, but for me, I was like almost crying just reading the first few pages of Cursed Child. Not because of the content, but because it was Harry Potter, because I was back in a completely new Harry Potter story. Even if it was a bit questionable here and there, but it just... it was something I've never felt with a book before. I mean, Aqua was a bit similar. I was so excited about it. That was more hype for that for me. And once I read it, I was like, oh yeah, it's good, but nothing like reading something like Cursed Child. And then Fantastic Beasts. Oh my god, when that came out, my mind was blown when it was even announced, because I loved the beasts we saw in the original books, and I used to work at a pet shop, come on. So it just sort of clicked, and Newt Scamander is adorable, and it just kind of, it ball rolls from there, doesn't it, really? Just thinking back to my first year in secondary school. He helped me, Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling really helped me through that. Fantastic Beasts has really helped me now as well, when I'm ridiculously socially inept occasionally. I can talk to this camera absolutely fine, because I can edit out the stuff I don't want to say. Or don't. Yeah. And I can make you guys see what I want you to see. But in real life, I stutter, I mumble, I say random things, and half of it doesn't make sense. And then I have to spend like half an hour explaining myself. Not that I think Newt would probably spend half an hour explaining himself, I don't think he'd bother. But I get on with animals, like, we click. If I'm going to a party, I'm like, oh, you have cats! And everyone else can stuff off because I want to go play with the cats. Like, I'm not even kidding. So it was nice, again, to have that parallel. I don't know how she does it. Like, it's crazy. A lot of people are like, yeah, she's, you know, the queen of fiction. And I used to kind of think that was a bit over the top, but actually, for me, she's probably written the most important books of my life. I haven't been through a difficult childhood like some people have, really, just the usual teen angst stuff that everyone goes through. And even my adult life isn't that bad, to be honest. And obviously this book probably does resonate more with other people than me sometimes. But it's not about comparison, it's about how something touches you. Especially Hermione for me. I was never that much of a clever clogs at primary school. I think I was too busy playing with Star Wars toys and pretending that my friends and I were the guys from Resident Evil. Which I don't think we should have been playing at that age. But secondary school was all brand new, and I didn't have any of my friends. I went to a completely different secondary school just due to bullying and stuff, and wanting to start somewhere completely new. I kind of regret it a little bit, because all my friends went off and had so much fun. I mean, I had fun. I did enjoy my secondary school time, but I just think it could have been completely different. That's another story. But I found that I enjoyed, I could only really focus on school, and on classes and learning, and I was like, oh, hey, look at, there's a library. There was a library in my secondary school, and I was like, well, I live here now, pretty much. I think I ended up being a librarian for like 2 years, because I just wouldn't leave, pretty much. We actually had our own group of friends who just hung out in the library. There was like, we started off with probably like 3 of us, and then 6, and it just like multiplied until it was like 20 of us. And it's like one of my favourite pictures from school is all of us just hanging out in the library. And I think Hermione was just such a great character to see. And I know a lot of girls, especially my age, who are book readers or nerds, and that's great. It's great that so many people identify with this character and find her, like, yeah, I think I had frizzy hair when I was that age. I still have buck teeth. But just having this character who she had friends as well as being super smart. Not that I was super smart, but she would always raise her hand if she knew the answer. Like, half our class, even if they knew the answer, would be like, no. And I'd be like, pick me! I want to answer! Give me praise! Which is probably really bad, because I still kind of am like that. But it's not something to be ashamed of. Wanting to participate, wanting to learn, wanting to know more. And she was a girl. I'm really confident with my gender. I'm not saying I need, like, to see everyone as a female to then know that I can do those things. I knew eventually I could do those things, but to be honest, I do think that maybe that started with Hermione. So that's always been really important to me, that I saw myself in a character, and I think that's probably the first time in a book I properly saw myself in a character. I think I did used to read Animorphs before Harry Potter. It's kind of a blurred line, because when I read Harry Potter, that literally like kick-started my love for reading. Like it just like exploded and you could not stop me. So I'm not sure if Animorphs came before or after, but I did really like the Animorphs books. I think they may have been after actually. But, and although I enjoyed it, I didn't really identify with any of the characters, though I was totally in love with Tobias. So I see this is only going to be a quick video, but I just really want to say thank you, J.K. Rowling. Thank you so much for creating this world, for pretty much holding my hand via literature through most of my life. I don't think I would be the same person without Harry Potter, so I'm grateful for that, as I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people are. And it's so strange to think of people reading them now, whether they are starting secondary school, whether they are younger than that, whether they are adults who haven't read it before. My husband's still not read Harry Potter. He's in the films, but he's still not read Harry Potter. And I think, yeah, the films are good, but I think reading the book is an experience. Although I am sad that no one will ever experience, spoilers, just in advance spoilers, just in case, that no one will ever experience the realisation that Voldemort is on the back of Professor Quirrell's head, or that Snape is actually a good guy all along. The whole time turner thing in Prisoner of Azkaban, just and Lupin being a werewolf, and then the deaths. Oh my god, I'm not even going to talk about the deaths because yeah, but just all of that. Just not imagining people reading that for the first time is immense. I can't even begin to explain. I've tried, but I'm now rambling, so I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of your days. Thank you very much for watching. I will probably get back to some book reviews, hopefully, in the next week or so. Or I do have an instructional video planned, which may or not happen depending on weather and with my toasters attached. So thank you all again, and take care!